We have with us today Missouri State Treasurer Malek, who is here to talk about college saving plans and the most 529 plan in the state of Missouri. So thanks for coming out today.
Good morning. It's a bright, nice morning, and you cannot expect anything better than this after 2 days of cold. So I'm very glad that I'm traveling on a better day. So first of all, thank you, Ms. President, for having me on the campus. It's a beautiful campus. This is my first time on the campus, so I'm really thrilled to see a wonderful, beautiful campus. And I am sure the good that it is doing to the students in this region, that is a tremendous help that you're offering to all the young people that we have in the region and state of Missouri. So thank you very much for that. I am here to, I know a lot of you already know about this, and but I'm just here to bring awareness to our most 529 college savings program that we have in Treasurer's office. It is a program, it's a federal program, and has gone through several changes, and there's several changes that are expected to come this year also in this program. I was recently at the National Association of State Treasurers Conference in DC, a legislative conference where we discussed some of those issues with 529. It is a tax-free savings account which not only helps save money and grow that money for your kids or somebody you care for them to go to a college, a technical school, a vocational school, a 4-year college, a 2-year college after they graduate from high school. But it is also a tax saving mechanism for a lot of people. Putting that money gives you the deduction of $16,000 as a married couple, $8,000 as an individual, and you can have up to $550,000, almost a little over $500,000 into a savings account for your child, which can be utilized to send the kid in a state school, in a private college, at an international university overseas. You can decide. You have a child who wants to go to Cambridge. Yes, your 529 account will help that. So here in Jefferson County, we have about 4,206 accounts, and in total assets of about $102,844,538. That's significant, but I would like that number to grow and maybe in next few years double, because we need to make sure that why America has always been on the cutting edge of technology is because of education. Our higher education institutions have been giving that edge to all those students, and we need to make sure our students have that opportunity that you and I got. For me, education is something which is most important, because wherever I am today is because of education. I was in school for 28 years. Some people think that was too long. But I saw my parents. My father was one of the 10 people in his family, 10 siblings he had, and he was the only one to go to college and come out of that. And I think if you want to pull yourself out of trenches, education is the key which will open the locks and doors for you. And your health can be taken away from you, or it can be gone in a matter of just you go for a medical checkup and you find something. Your wealth can be taken if you are a wealthy person, but anything that you obtain through education, the knowledge that it can never be taken away from you. Nobody can steal it, nobody can rob you from that. That's up here, and you can utilize it however you want to excel. And I say, the best country in the world that gave me this opportunity to be where I am today is because of education, and we need to make sure that we provide that to our next generation as well. So it is key that we invest in our 529 accounts. If you do not have one, I would urge you to open one for your kids, your nephew, your niece, whoever you want it for. And if you have one, I would also urge you to utilize your tax dollars that you'll be receiving in a refund check. On an average, the tax refund is about $3,600 in Missouri. Instead of buying a big screen TV or putting it for vacation, put that money for the future of your kids. And that would be my message for today. Being in the tax season, there can be nothing best, no better investment than this investment. And I have with me our most representative, and they are working hard with us in our office to make sure that this message is spread across the state. And there are a couple of different options, just like with any credit card you have, some good options that come along with that. With this program too, we have some great options. One is called You Promise, and one is called You Gift. If you would like to just talk about those two.
Sure. So the U-Gift is actually a feature embedded into the program. So once you sign up and you have an account, you can automatically utilize that feature. From your mobile app if you have it, or if you sign in on the website into your account. So that's a way to get your whole village involved in saving for education. So we all know it takes a village to raise kids, right? So that's a way you can share. You can it gives you a unique code that is different from your account number, so you don't have to give friends and family your account number. And then we also have You Promise, which is something you have to actually sign up for. It is a free benefit where you go onto the You Promise website and you create an account and link that together.
So You Promise, just like you buy a cereal box or you do groceries, and there are things attached to You Promise, and when you hit the $50 mark, money it goes into the account. It's added automatically, just like an added benefit. You Gift is something I really like because I have given a barcode card to all my 3 kids, and when they're going around meeting their uncles, aunts, or somebody, and they have tendency to give them $5, $10, they just say, "Can you just give this money in my barcode?" and on short days, they always ask for, instead of giving me a toy, put money in this barcode, please. And usually you'll see whoever is giving money, they will tend to give more in that $5.29 rather than giving you a toy or money. So great program. Just like in this crowd, I had a discussion at one of the corporate offices, and one person asked me, this sounds like a great program, but what if I am putting money for last 15, 18 years in my kid's account, and turns out my kid is stupid and he doesn't want to go to college? And I said, well, there's even more reason for you to do that, because starting January 1st of this year, you can roll over the savings from your 529 account into your Roth IRA retirement plan. So it's not like if it's not used for qualified expenses, it is completely waste and you'll have to pay penalty if you're taking it out. You can roll it over into a Roth IRA, your retirement plan. So it's not only a tool which is only for higher education or for qualified expenses for education. You can utilize it for other purposes too. So that's what I call it. It's a Swiss knife with multiple uses. I'll tell you another use of it. A lot of people want to send their kids to a private school. Well, the private school tuition is whatever it is, from $8,000 to $20,000. You can run the money through the 529 account and withdraw it from the 529 account and still get the tax savings benefit. So you can pay this private school's tuition, K through 12, routing that money through the 529, which will still give you the benefit of $16,000 tax reduction. And a lot of people take that advantage as well. So it has multiple uses. And that's why I would say I urge you to look up on most 529 on treasure.mo.gov. And we have most529.com, another website that you can go to as well. We have some budget for marketing, but I also take upon myself some of the programs, the good programs we have, that I go personally and talk to people to kind of get that interest generated. So I appreciate you all being here today. I would just like to get a little sense of how many people here did know about the 529 plan or have already an account.
Yes, and nothing.
Wow, I'm very glad to see that. Other thing I would tell from the use of it, You could also utilize on campus for when you're hiring people as a staffing or HR use that you can give it as an incentive for new hirees that we will let you have, or we will open up a 529 account for you by putting $529 at one time, and then they can keep deducting it from their paycheck, putting it towards their kids' account. And again, if it is not used for qualified expenses, they can roll it over into their Roth IRA after 15 years. So it's a good incentive for retention of employees or another employee benefit that you can add to your profile. So, any question that I can answer?
I have one.
Yes, sir.
And it's because I'm originally from Kansas, so this is a little bit new to you don't have these whole learning quest. Is this an interest-bearing account?
Yes, sir. It's not only interest, it is an investment account.
Okay.
So the money is invested in mutual funds, in index funds, where it grows over time.
So are these accounts located in a bank, or is it just simply through the state? Is it,
Through the state.
okay, so the typical interest rates these days is what?
Well, I can tell you, the typical interest rate in a CD is 5%, but the growth in this is more than that, because it is not in a CD bearing interest bearing account like a CD. It is invested in multiple different ways.
So it kind of goes up and down with wherever it's.
Yes. So there are multiple ways you can, once you are enrolled, it will give you option, like if you have a kid who is probably in 8th grade and he's graduating 4 years, and it'll give you want an aggressive option. So it will have, more of your money will be in a money market account than in a more safe, secure index fund or something like that. If the kid is only 2-year-old, and you're putting, so it will give you a little longer term projection. So it'll ask you, there are multiple ways, multiple features in the account where it'll ask you how much money do you think you will need when you and it calculates the CPI accordingly as well, how much money will be needed 18 years from today to go to a 4-year college. And based on that, it will give you a projection. Okay, if you are planning on sending your kid to a state school, this will be the cost after 18 years. And if you're trying to send it into a Harvard or a Cambridge or something, this is going to cost, this is how much you need to start investing now. And they're aggressive, moderate, and slow growth modes based on how aggressive you want to be.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question? I can tell you, I had 14% growth in last 4 years in my kids' 529 accounts. I did not know about 529 until my oldest kid, who is now 13, she was 8. And so I opened the account for both my son and my daughter at that time. And my little one, who just turned 7, I opened her account the next day she was born. So sweet.
So not only tuition, but any applicable educational fees. So fees, books, housing, etc.
Yes, so all is covered. All qualified expenses. There are multiple transportation. There are multiple qualified expenses, and right now Congress is also working on adding a few other things like trade schools to that, apprenticeships, and that you can utilize it for that. There is also a provision to add more able, which is like people who are with disabilities, and they will need money, and you can, if you have saved money for in 529, you can even transfer it for that use as well. But that has not come in yet. That will be something that is proposed. But it'll be it's a very versatile program and has multiple uses. If you have not looked into it, I would urge you to look into it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,